Hi all, it's Rand's Adventures. So it's Sunday night. Sorry, it's a different night than normal. Obviously, I change. Hello, Sam. Hello, Darren. Hope you're okay. Hello, Kelly Family Adventures as well. Everybody's saying hello to everybody. That's good. So my second live stream. Well, not my second. My second with people in it. It's my fourth with altogether. So we are going to invite in Dave from Dave's Adventures and Kaz from Kaz and Crofts. They're both in, obviously, together. We're going to talk about them and everything else. So, and we also have James as well. So that's good. I'm glad we've got James. We'll bring James up too. Right. So without further ado, I'm going to bring them in now. Hello, guys.
Hello.
Hey.
All right.
How are you?
Yeah, good. Very good.
That's a lot better. The actual stream looks sharper now.
Yeah.
I'm glad you switched the laptop out.
Yeah.
My laptop's bad.
Sam, Jodie's not well. She's not well, so she won't be attending tonight. She got ill yesterday, so she's in bed. You might see her come past, maybe, but that's only because obviously she may be going to the loo or something or whatever. So she may go past, but she won't be able to talk though. Yeah, that's all right. So yeah, she'll hopefully I'll send you your wishes. Right. So Dave, let's talk about your channel. Why did you start it?
Well, I started it back in around September time 2019. Caroline found out about Theme Park Worldwide, and especially the challenge on Nemesis, which what you did, Adam.
Yeah.
I decided to do it as well.
Right.
But that was before I hadn't done the smiley yet, so I thought I've really got to try it, and I just went up and did it.
Right.
Yeah.
So Nemesis was your first ever blog, was it?
Yeah.
Right.
Nemesis Marathon.
Wow. Okay, that's a bit of a. Yeah, I sort of eased myself into blogging. I've only been doing it like since last March. Well, April was my first one, but I actually started the channel in March. But I hadn't really done any blogging until like sort of April time. Like my first one was, I think it was Chesington was my first one. We went to Chesington first. Then we stayed overnight, and we drove to Alton Towers the next day. And we did Alton the next day. So it was like April time. So how did you find that? How did you find the challenge? Because I watched that video.
I succeeded in, like, when was it, back in 2019? Like 4 years now. Managed to obviously beat how many times each year Nemesis was running, which I was thankful for, and I thought I should do this for the other coasters.
Yeah.
Which the only ones I haven't done so far is Octonauts and Runaway Mine Train.
All right. Have you done Wicker Man as well then?
Yes.
You did Wicker Man.
I did do Wicker Man. I don't think I actually succeeded, but I can't remember. I think it was back in 2020, 2021 maybe.
Yeah, I think I see that one as well. But I see you did the Smile, and I see you beat Jack, or almost equal Jack, didn't you? But it broke.
I was tied with Jack, but I did it before, back in 2019 during, I think, Ultimate Fireworks, the first night, and at the time I didn't realise about copyrighted audio, and of
Yes.
course I muted it, thinking I mute the actual Ultimate Fireworks. No, the whole video was muted, completely gone.
Right. Oh, so you had to like redo it.
I had to delete it,
Hmm.
and
Yeah,
yeah,
because copyright is a big, obviously on YouTube is a big thing.
yeah.
Yeah, it's a big thing. So
Mm,
yeah,
unfortunately, but
yeah.
hindsight, we learn from our mistakes.
Mm, yeah.
Yeah.
And Kaz, what about your channel? Because I see yours is um obviously you do a lot of making things as well. I see a lot of this blogs from obviously the parks and stuff as well. Like you've got like bits from like Drayton Manor and stuff like that. But I see also there's stuff to do with making things and stuff like that as well.
Yeah, I was kind of encouraged to start my channel by some friends of ours.
Mm.
I started after David. It was the 2020 I started it, or
Probably.
yeah, I think I started it in 2020 roughly, but the channel's quite slow, to be fair. But yeah, I was just like, I've been talking to people on live streams,
Mm.
and that really encouraged me to start my own channel and to start doing stuff.
Mm.
I'm not really an enthusiast when it comes to roller coasters and stuff. They scare me somewhat, to be quite honest,
Yes.
especially the big ones. But I do enjoy going to theme parks when we've been in general.
Yeah.
So I thought I'll get a little bit of footage around them.
Mm.
And just for variety. But what I'm really enjoy doing is making things. I need to be doing something with my hands all the while.
Right.
So that's what I'm trying to show on my channel is different things that I can make. So I've made this bracelet.
Excellent. Oh, that's really
Um,
cool.
and I did actually make this one on the channel. I did a live making this one just before Christmas.
Oh, excellent. Really cool.
You need to connect your BBC.
I was going to do some other videos, but then over Christmas, but then everything got on top of me with personal stuff, so I haven't been able to do anything at the moment. So at the moment, I'm just waiting for some inspiration, and when I feel as if I can, I'll start doing some more videos again, and try and do some more lives and stuff.
Yeah.
I just need to get a little bit more confident because I know I can do stuff like this, but I'm not very confident in myself, if that makes sense.
Mm.
I mean,
I know sometimes, yeah, it's same as with me. I mean, I feel the same way, you know, blogging and stuff. I don't know if I've said it in the past, but when you lift that camera up and there's people watching you, even doing this is quite, I know I was hesitant as it was about to start. I was like and I'm sure Darren as well. Darren's in here. He's pretty much the same. He feels, you know, when he's about to go live, he's always sort of like worrying if it's going to go right and stuff like that. And that's understandable. It all just comes in, you know, by itself. I guess as you get better and better and better, as you keep repeating stuff and doing stuff over and over, and then obviously then you'll get better and better. I guess. I mean, I'm new at this as well, so you know, I'm not as big as like some of the big guys, but you know, it's yeah, I'll just trying to move along, you know.
Yeah, well, I'm only at 160 at the moment, so I'm not. You know, I'm just plodding along. I'm doing what I can and stuff when I'm able to and what have you.
Yeah.
But
that's the only thing to do. I mean, Jodie, when she's with me, I mean, she doesn't like roller coasters either. Obviously, Darren was trying to convince her to, as you can see on Darren's blog with us. He was trying to get Jodie to go on a roller coaster. I don't know whether she will or not. You know, it's a big thing for her, like you. Like, you know, it's kind of hard. But she likes going to the park. She likes being around, people. She likes meeting people. You don't get to meet a lot of people. You don't get to meet a lot of people, but you know, with this crowd that we've like met on you know, on Instagram and on YouTube, it's quite a nice set of people. You know, I find that, you know, with Darren and Sam and James and Steve, they're all really, really nice people, and you know they are nice people, and they're all very inviting, and they, you know, they say, I mean, I'm watching the chat at the minute, and they're sort of talking about copyright. So
it's banned copyright.
Yeah, copyright. But I understand with YouTube, with YouTube, sort of going back to copyright quick, they're going to bring in a thing where you can subscribe to. I think they're going to bring in something where you can subscribe to the music channels.
Yeah.
Or do something where you can subscribe your music, and what it does, it gives them royalties. So then you can still put them in your videos, but you've got to tell them that you've put it in their videos, or you know that you've got to click on it saying, "Oh, I've supported this person," or you've got to put it in like at the bottom saying, "Oh, you've got it from this person or that person or whatever." You've actually got to make a claim, so it's all okay.
Yeah.
Thompson Life are in. The Thompson Life are in as well, so that's good. They're from that. That's what's behind me. You know, you asked what was behind me the other day. That was my channel, but this channel here is the one I set up this morning. So another thing I set up this morning, so to add in the community. So that's that. There's 18 videos in there now. That community one. Obviously, your one's here. That's your one there. That's the Exodus one.
Yeah.
That's there. So so there's 18 videos in there now. So what I was trying to do is trying to get everybody to look at everybody's channels, because my channel's gone up. I did lose a lot of. I don't know if you guys lost a lot of subscribers, but I dropped down by about 5, but now it's gone back up again. So because I think YouTube thinks it's like people in the chat were saying it's bots.
Yeah.
That could think that it's, you know, people subscribing.
Yeah.
They probably think it's bots that are doing it. But my channel went up. I mean, I'm at like 183. And at the beginning of the weekend, I was like 160 something. So, so it's gone up quite nicely. You got 3 Mouseketeers. They're in as well. Hi guys.
Yeah.
Thanks for joining. And obviously James as well.
And jump from Kelly Family Adventure.
Darren's just put in 184, so I've gone up to 184. So yeah, that's cool. So when you're talking about so obviously challenges, all the challenges you've done, and if you've done the Smiler, Galactica, I guess you've done that as well, have you?
Yeah,
You've done
Galactica. My second marathon.
The second one was Galactica, wasn't it? And I think you like thingy broke on you, didn't it? Oblivion, it broke on you, didn't it? 7, you did 7 rides and it broke.
Well, mechanical maladies, what can you do?
That thing is always breaking. Always breaking. I don't know why it does. I mean, I stood in the queue line for the Smiler and it broke. Like literally, the queue line of the Smiler was so big because Oblivion had broke.
Yeah. Strange that,
So yeah. So it's.
I know when I did my Smiler challenge, I think I noticed like when I did, I think my last amount, same as obviously Jack, Archie, people are stuck on like the break run for a good, I don't know, 10-15 minutes. I thought,
what on Oblivion?
No, Smiler.
Right.
Yeah.
I mean, did you come up? I mean, did you do that back to back as well?
Yeah.
Did you did you not come away from it? Did you not have food or anything, or?
I think I did, have a few minutes halfway, but.
The funny thing about David is when he goes to a theme park, he won't eat. Don't know why, he just doesn't. It's very rare that he has really has anything proper to eat when he's at a theme park. He'll have like snacks, like say chocolate or something, but on the whole, he doesn't really eat.
Mm.
Yeah.
He's just
Yeah,
weird like that.
I mean, Jodie has to make me eat as well. You know, she has to make me eat when I go. She's always like, make sure we bring snacks and stuff, and you got to stop because
Yeah.
you know, I mean, it's different with like Thorpe Park and Chesington because it's all close together. But Alton Towers, you've got to walk so far.
Yeah.
Everything's far apart. The 5 lands are so far apart. Apart from obviously Dark Forest and X Sector, everything else is away from each other. So
Yeah.
it's you know, it's so far. But yeah, but so you're going to Blackpool, aren't you, for opening day, aren't you?
We are.
You're going to
Yeah.
Blackpool. Okay.
I personally want to get like a fight footage of the big one. I was hoping to like last year with, and obviously opening day it was still being me track. I thought my chances October, obviously with the wind speed, that was out the question. But hopefully, this year we'll see. I know. I think Carolyn's still got to do Nickelodeon streak.
Yeah, if I can get up my
She's never
courage.
done that yet.
Yeah.
If I can get up my courage.
Yeah, yeah. Nickelodeon streak's quite a. It's a wooden coaster, isn't it? So it's quite. It's not so. It's like really bumpy, but it's not bumpy. But I mean, what it is, it's a wooden, so it doesn't invert or it doesn't. It does turn obviously the corners, but it don't go really on its side. It sort of goes around, sort of like. So it's not too bad. Like Wicker Man. Wicker Man's a little bit different, isn't it? Because it does.
Well, I haven't managed to do Wicker Man yet.
You haven't?
No, I haven't managed to do it yet. The 2 times last year that I went to go on it, the seat wasn't right, so I actually had to get off.
All right.
So I didn't actually manage to go around, as it were.
Yeah. What happened with the seat? What happened with the seat?
Well, basically, up until June last year, I was 20 stone and 10 pounds.
Right.
And for whatever reason, when I sat on the Wicker Man, the seat, the lap bar wouldn't go down properly, and the seat was digging into me at certain points because it's not a very comfortable seat.
No.
So that's why I ended up having to get off.
Right.
But since June, I've been on a weight loss journey, and I've now lost about almost 6 stone so far.
Right.
So everything might change and stuff, and we'll just have to see.
I mean, there's no test seats on Wicker Man, so
no.
There's
no test seats on. There isn't really many test seats at all around Alton Towers, to be fair.
No, there's more at Thorpe Park than Alton Towers.
Yeah, it's just one of them things. Thank you guys. Thank you for the support.
Yeah. I mean,
it's just one of them things. I've always been big.
Yeah.
But last June, I just finally got the chance to actually get something done about it and get help, because I needed help to do it. So I've actually had a weight loss operation, the gastric sleeve.
Yeah.
And it's really helped me. It's really helped me to shift what I've shifted so far, and I'm still touch wood. I'm still going down. It's a bit slower, but I am still going down, and it's just fantastic.
That's good. That's well done. Well done for that.
Yeah.
Well done for that. I mean, I know that they're not very. They're a bit. Coasters can be sizist, right?
Yeah.
They can be sizist. Trying to get in certain coasters, they can be sizist. Very like even the ones in the States.
Yeah, definitely, Darren.
Quite small. Some of them can be quite small. You need to do Walking Dead. You've been on
Yeah, I
Walking Dead.
love that poster it
Yeah,
for.
actually, yeah, you do.
I've never. Do you know what? I've never been on it yet.
Wow.
I went on it. When
Ironic,
I'll tell you what. I went on it when it was X, not before it was X. No, wow. When it was X, I went on it when it was X.
We didn't do
But
that.
I haven't been it.
Unfortunately.
I haven't been on when it was X No Way Out or Walking Dead. Well, obviously, it's got all the zombies and stuff in it now, isn't it, and stuff like that.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know what the experience is like. I was, as you know, I'm pretty hesitant when people like are touching me and stuff.
Well,
And
Doesn't really
well,
bother us.
like
no, it doesn't. It doesn't bother us. It's a bit like last year when we went on. When we went on last year, they were only just about starting to lift things up.
Mm.
So we just had to walking to the ride. There was nothing. It was just all the eerie stuff. And then when we got off the ride, there were two people in the canteen like area, just like being zombies. But
yeah,
they didn't touch us. They just like they were just like there scaring people, but they didn't touch us. I don't know if maybe this time if you go this year, they might try and touch you or not. But they didn't. They didn't try to last year.
yeah. I mean, because
But
it does say on. I think someone did say that it says it when you're in the queue line whether there's going to be live actors at the end.
yeah,
It does say as you get in the queue line, or as I understand, I've not actually seen it, so I don't know. But obviously, and obviously Darren Brown's Ghost Train as well, obviously, but obviously it's changing to the the Ghost Train. And obviously that's going to be that's going to be different because obviously there's no VR. I've never been on it
We
anyway.
only did that once.
I've never been on it because it was very unreliable. I understand, but I've never been on the ride anyway.
Yeah, we did that once.
We only
last
did
year.
it once.
We did it.
Not last year, year before.
No, we did it. We did it last year as well, didn't we?
No.
Oh, okay then. Whatever. We did it. We did it when Labyrinth opened.
Yeah.
When Black Labyrinth opened.
Yeah.
But I know that when we got back on the train for the second part, my headset wasn't working, and I had to take it off and call someone over, and then I had to switch seats.
Right. Oh, okay.
So
Was that what was it?
It a little bit.
What was it like in there? What was the experience of it?
It was okay. I quite enjoyed it. I quite enjoyed it overall. It was just disappointing that when we came back on and put it on the second time, as it got what's the word? It got stopped kind of for me because the headset wasn't working at first. But overall, I really enjoyed it. I mean, I really enjoy dark rides and dark experiences and stuff. That's something you say to me, do you want to do a dark ride? And I'll say yes anytime. You say to me, do you want to do a roller coaster? And I'm like, I don't know if I can.
Yeah.
And then I'll stand in the queue and I'll get worse and worse and worse until I can't get on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's me when it comes to roller coasters. Even roller coasters that I've been on, you know, I'll get worse and worse until I can't get on them sometimes, depending on what else is going on with me and stuff.
Yeah, I think a lot of people obviously have that issue, obviously, don't they? I mean, I don't mind dark rides. Jodie likes dark rides. You know, she likes things like a Disneyland and sort of like all them sort of things. You know, sort of like the old sort of wooden, sort of not coasters, but obviously they go through and see different scenes and stuff like that. She likes things like that. You know, she likes stuff like that. She's very much like into that sort of stuff. That's what I said. She's going to try. I think if the Curse of Alton Manor opens at Alton Towers on opening day on the 18th, I think everybody's going there. Obviously, and I think Jodie will probably go on that because it's just a ghost train. So it's not. And I remember the original Ghost Train track. I went on it end of last season.
Yeah,
and it was very much like. Obviously, I know the guns were always failing and all that sort of stuff. Everybody's going to probably comment about it.
Yeah, quite often quite often when I've gone on the ghost train or dual, whatever you want to call it, if I've gone on it by myself, I don't even bother with the gun. I just ride round. I'm quite happy
Yeah.
to just ride round.
Yeah.
But I found that it looked, even though when I looked at the effects in there, it was very much dated. It looked like paper mache heads and
Yeah,
things were missing off of things, and and the queue line looked very tired, and
yeah,
all that stuff like that. So hopefully now Alton
yeah.
have put
They've like changed the queue lines 3 or 4 times over the last couple of years because they keep moving the ramp inside.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's for wheelchairs or something else, but they keep moving the ramp.
right.
So they've changed it quite a few times so that it's just one of them things. It's a bit disconnecting because they keep changing it.
Yeah, it is very much sort of when you when I went up there, it was sort of like things. I think because it was getting towards the end of the season, they'd turn things off. They'd turn like the inside the dollhouse. They'd shut the dollhouse when I
Yeah.
went, and obviously there was a projection of a little girl in there. I
Mm.
think before I've seen videos of that, and when I went, it stopped. The horse was moving, the toy horse thing that was moving, but that was it. And obviously the pictures were changing and stuff.
Mm.
But hopefully they'll bring in some sort of visual effects screens and stuff like that, and hopefully
Oh
they'll
God,
make
yeah.
it. I know it's a Mack ride anyway. It's a Mack train, so hopefully they have to change the trains, obviously, because there's no guns anymore.
Yeah,
Because
of
I didn't
course,
see
yeah,
guns. I didn't see guns on that picture, so I don't think there's guns on that. But yeah. So, and what about your guy? What about your cruise that you're going on? So you're going? Is it P&O you're going to?
Yeah.
That was Caroline's idea. Yeah. I was about, well,
Hi,
we
Emily.
looked into our travel agency and thought we couldn't believe the price, and yeah, I decided book it, pay the
Yeah.
deposit.
It's the cruise is something I've always wanted to try and do. I've always wanted to do a cruise in my mind if I was ever lucky enough. And then this year we're coming up for our 10th wedding anniversary between the two of us.
Oh wow.
And then it's also in May. It's also my 40th birthday.
Oh okay.
Yeah, kind of hard to believe, I know. And I just really wanted to try and do something different and something to celebrate, kind of thing. And it's something that I've always wanted to do. I've always thought about maybe doing a Baltic cruise or something, but they're so expensive. So then I was just looking online and stuff, and I found the price for P&O, and I found not just P&O. I found a couple of cruises for about 500, and I thought, well, I know the kind of thing that I want to do. So we went to the travel agency and we asked them about it because it's something we've never done before.
Yeah.
Wanted some more information and stuff. And they organised it, and it's
paid for.
And it's paid for and everything. We finished paying for it just before Christmas.
Yeah.
Oh, that's good.
As far as I understand, it'll be all of our food's included on board. I think soft drinks are included, or certain drinks, but we're not. We don't really drink alcohol, so we're not too fussed.
That's what Sam just asked. Is your drinks included?
I think we think things like tea and coffee and juice and stuff is included. But we're not too certain. We don't drink alcohol when it comes.
That's what Darren just said.
Yeah, we barely drink alcohol. I've never,
especially more so.
Yeah, I've never been much of a drinker I've never been much of a drinker anyway. I think David had problems
occasionally, but not anymore. But
yeah. David doesn't really drink very much. We technically at the moment I'm not meant to be drinking anyways. whilst recovering from the operation and stuff. I think in my notes somewhere it says something about no alcohol for a year after the operation.
Oh, wow,
But
okay.
it doesn't bother me anyways, to be fair. The most, I think the most I've ever drunk when I was younger was like 2 or 3 pints. I've never been drunk. I've been tipsy, but I've never been drunk. I've never been a big drinker. I take after my mum in that respect, as opposed to my dad. I just don't drink. And what I do drink tends to be really sweet stuff as well. So it's more like pop than it is that proper alcohol.
Right.
So again, I'm just quite careful with it in that respect as well.
Yeah.
But
Yeah. Close to Hen was saying she doesn't drink either.
yeah.
She's saying she doesn't drink either.
Yeah.
And yeah, Darren just asked, Dave, what's your cup you're drinking out of?
It's a giant
Fort Park.
Yeah, it's a giant Fort Park
Fort
mug.
Park mug.
Careful.
I thought when I see it, I thought it looked like Chesington for a second. I thought I see yellow.
He's got a collection of different mugs, and this one's from Fort Park.
Yeah.
He's got one for Moreton Tower, a big one for Moreton Towers as well.
A smiler mug.
He's got a smiler mug. He's got
a
half a
mug.
dozen different.
A Yukon Striker mug.
All right.
Yeah, he's got half a dozen different ones.
Yeah.
I'd sooner collect these myself.
Oh, that's the teddy bears, yeah.
Yeah.
I said to Jodie,
if
she goes on Wicker Man, I'll buy her a medal and one of the bears. No, one of the bears that looks like it's got multicolored.
Yeah, I've got both the bears for that one. I've got the small one and the bigger one.
Yeah.
Even though I haven't been on it, I've still got the bears.
Yeah.
I'll never go on this one. Never in a million years will I go on this one. But I still like the bear.
Well, I said, funny enough, I've said that obviously on 31st of May, the Smiler's 10 years old.
Yeah.
It's 10 years old on 31st of May. Obviously, they've got that new. Obviously, you've got the Festival of Thrills at Alton Towers, and then they've got obviously Smiler Takeover. So obviously, that's probably something to do with the anniversary, I guess. And obviously, they're going to do something probably on that day because it's a weekday, the 31st of May. It's a Tuesday, I think. But I said I was going to go and ride it like all day on that day. Because I've done Nemesis. I was hoping it was going to rain on that day on Nemesis, but it didn't. I was hoping it was going to rain so I'll get more rides in. But that's so it should be really cool. What else was I going to say? So obviously you've been to Drayton Manor, have you? I've seen pictures from Drayton. So what did you think of Drayton in a general thing? Like obviously
it's a park on the rise, I reckon. Obviously, I think 2024 with the new coaster, that'll be something different. Obviously, they had to get rid of Pandemonium and Apocalypse.
Yeah.
To make room for this new coaster, but overall,
I think Looping Group are doing really good with it. I think it's gone from strength to strength since they've taken over. Before it was a bit, do I really want to go kind of thing. It was a bit run down and stuff.
I think at one point with the administration,
it's not far from you, is it? It's not far from you, is it? It's only up the road.
Well,
it's about 90 minutes with 2 buses.
Is it? Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Because you live in Walsall, right?
Yeah, we live in Walsall. So
because we live not far from you, because we only live down the road from you.
Yeah.
So from here we have to catch a bus to Sutton Coldfield and then a bus out from Sutton Coldfield heading towards Tamworth.
Yeah.
Right.
Neither of us drive and we don't have a car, so it's everything that we do is on a bus.
Or public transport.
Well, or trains and stuff. It's all public transport. But to be fair, where we are in Walsall, we don't need to drive because Walsall's quite central, so you don't really need to you don't really need the car.
And it's easy to get to Birmingham as well.
Yeah.
which
So
are
Sam's
from
saying a double launch coaster at Alton Manor.
You never
Drayton
know.
Manor.
You
That's
never
what he's
know what
saying.
they're
That'll
going
be
to do.
good.
I think
definitely
didn't Drayton say they were going to release something? So I think maybe.
I've seen stuff on Instagram. I think little tidbits.
They're dropping hints and stuff about what they're doing and stuff, and it looks like they've got a more varied lineup of things this year from what we've been seeing.
Yeah, I've seen that. I've seen they've got like a lot more events going on where they didn't have events before, did they?
Yeah. Well, I
Yeah.
mean,
I think
last year they did a little Halloween one. It was only on
Yeah.
a couple of nights.
Mm.
But what they did was really good, and certainly we didn't do all the mazes because the last maze,
Comfort Zephyr, yeah.
yeah, the last maze was actually shut when we went to do it because somebody had kicked off or something, so they had to close it,
right,
spoiling it for everybody else. But the other mazes that we did the
Spooky Express.
Yeah, we did the Spooky Express and we did the other maze.
Castle of Dreams.
Castle of Dreams.
Castle of Screams.
And stuff. Right. And we quite enjoyed them.
Mm.
And certainly, I certainly like what they did with the Polar Express because what they did with that could have been, it was a million times better than what Alton Towers are trying to do with the Invitation. I mean, a million times better. Because Drayton Manor used a headset earphones and they were playing music and stuff. But there was live actors around the track for the train as well, and it really picked it up and everything.
Yeah.
It made it so much better.
Yeah.
So much better.
And how did you find like the rest of the park and stuff? Because obviously the Looping Group have done like massive amounts of refurb, and obviously with Vikings and everything else, Promised Land, they've picked up like everything there, haven't they? They've sort of really gone to town on theming and repainting stuff.
Vikings Land, it's top notch. Yeah.
The only thing that I was disappointed with was that for some reason when we did that event, I don't know if it's all the time, but when we did that event, the new version of the Buffalo Coaster was only going around the track once instead of twice. So I found that a little bit disappointing myself. I did ask the ride operator, and he said it's something to do with how they've rejigged it or something at the time. So that was just a little bit disappointing.
They upgraded, or is it Urangander? It's called now, isn't it?
Yeah.
Urangander. Obviously, it's to do with Norse stuff.
Absolutely, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I don't mind the retheme. The retheme's cool. It just gets me that it only goes around the track once instead of it doing two laps like it used to do.
Is it any longer, or is it the same track?
No, it's exactly the same.
Oh, wow.
It's exactly the same, but for some reason it stopped. When we did it on that night anyways, it was stopping after going around once. I don't know though if that was just to the event or if it's like that permanently. Because we only really did that one event, didn't we? We haven't done it. We haven't been otherwise.
No, yeah.
Sam's saying that that the areas have got really bad, really better there. You know, definitely on the way up. You know, Drayton's putting a lot of money into stuff there. I think they're trying to keep up with obviously Merlin, and obviously they own West Midlands Safari Park as well, don't they? So
we haven't been there yet.
Yeah, we've been. It is really good. It is really, really good there. The drive-through and the walk-through and the drive-through are quite good. I don't know if you can get like obviously you haven't got a car, so I don't know if you can get you can pay for like a bus to go around. I think you can, like pay for like a tour on a bus.
We did look into it. We did look into it. I've looked into it, and they do offer if you can get there underneath your own power, they do offer like a coach or something to take you around through the animals. But I think it's only certain days or at times and stuff. So it's something that we've got to look into a bit more.
Yeah.
Either that or bribe my mum and dad to take us effectively because they do drive, or someone else who drives.
Or my brother now.
I mean, maybe next time we go, we can take you guys with us.
Yeah, something like that.
Jodie loves animals and stuff. Red pandas are a favourite, as you can see from the bottom of our logo.
Yeah.
Red pandas are a favourite, and they've got like that. You can stay there and like watch the pandas out your window. Obviously, it's expensive, but you can stay inside the park and look outside they're outside your window. So
yeah,
it's like £500 a night though.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
So your cruise, where are you going to?
Right, the cruise, it's Northern Europe. So we are visiting Lisbon, Porto, Vigo, and Cherbourg in France.
Oh wow!
Southwestern, actually.
Yeah.
That's well cool.
Southwestern Europe, whatever.
That's nice. That's really
and
nice.
that's leaving from Southampton, and we've got 7 nights.
Oh wow! That's,
yeah,
that's
I can't
really
spell when I try and when I try and type things in. I can't spell. But yeah, we've got 7. It's a 7-night cruise, and we're visiting the 4 different ports. And it felt when we were looking at it and stuff, we could have done. I mean, we could have done probably a 4-night cruise or something for about the same price. But I thought if we can do it, if we can do it and visit a number of ports, because that's the other thing as well. Is I've never been abroad. Me personally, this one has. I haven't. Right, I've never left the UK.
right.
Or England, right? Yeah, England, Scotland, whatever you want to call it. I've never left this island.
Right.
So it's something else that's really important to me, and it was just fantastic. And I thought,
it's a good price as well. It's a good price.
Yeah, we're visiting 4 different ports, and it's just something else it's just something that's going to really lift everything up again this year and stuff.
Yeah. It'd be good. It's a good experience for you, to get out and see the different ports, and as well, the boat as well. The experience on the actual boat itself will be quite good. I think cruises are an experience. It's the way the boats are set out and stuff like that, and all the different things you've got on there, and obviously they'll have entertainment on there and stuff like that as well, because it's obviously 7 days, so there'll be entertainment on there, I guess, as well. And so it'd be, I mean, I don't know what's on that one. There's obviously different boats have different things, don't they? So
we ran the Ventura, so I know it till when we get there.
Yeah, we're kind of a little bit blind. Something we've never done before, but it's a new experience and everything. We will be going to the co-op again shortly I think within next month or so, just to go through things and stuff and ask some more advice and stuff, make sure that we've got everything that we need.
Yeah.
But it's just a whole new experience for both of us.
Are you getting off the boat as well? Are you staying on the boat the whole time? You getting off?
We will get off the boat.
Oh, okay.
We will be getting off. I don't care what this one does, but I am going to get off and I am going to explore.
That's a good thing to do. That's a good thing to do. Obviously, make sure if you can blog some of it, that'd be really cool.
I've been there.
Yeah, well, I mean, the thing is, what's the point in going if we're not going to go and explore?
Yeah.
Yeah,
I mean, if we went on a cruise, we'd definitely get off the boat and go around and have a look. And it's all about not going to places and going to different places and having a look around and stuff like that, isn't it?
Yeah. I mean, I did do a little bit of research on the different ports, and we found, I think it's in either Vigo or Porto, we found a museum that seems to have a dark ride. So if we can do that, we will do that. There's like there's some places where they've got like
Cathedral.
yeah, they've got
Architecture.
everywhere's got cathedrals and stuff. Now, what I was going to say was there's
Oh yeah.
I found something about a cable car.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, a cable car thing. And
Yeah.
again, we'll do that if we can. I mean, I'm not brilliant with cable cars if they're because of heights and stuff still. But I
Yeah.
do try and do the things like the Skyride at Alton Towers. I'm not brilliant. I can just about do it, but I'm not brilliant.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I mean, Jodie doesn't like that ride either. Especially when it stops in the middle.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what gets me when it
swings, you know. No, when it swings, she don't like heights anyway. So when it gets stuck and it swings, she doesn't like that.
Yeah, I'm not so keen on it. I'm always holding on for dear life kind of thing. I'm not good with heights. And then with coasters and stuff, I don't like the lift hills. And I don't like the queues in coasters.
Yeah.
Yeah. No. I mean,
but yeah, it's just gonna be a really good experience for us, something new. And we never know. It might be something that we might do again, depending.
Yeah. And see what Sam just put, Dave. Is there any coaster creds on the ship?
No.
Doubt it. P&O.
No, it's.
I mean, unless you get one of the big massive ones.
The Venture is quite an old ship, so it's not one of the ones that's got a roller coaster on.
Yeah.
David was muttering about somewhere in Spain, but
Yeah,
I've told him no, because I don't want us to go too far from the ship, bearing in mind that we've got to make sure we're back on board before it leaves. So
You're talking about Portaventura, right? Are you talking about Portaventura, Dave?
No.
I don't know where he was talking about, but he was talking about something.
Obviously, Portaventura, it's in Slough, but with Porto's actually in Portugal, North Portugal.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
I have seen it, and it's a bit of a distance, but no.
Yeah. No. That's a plane ride. That's a plane ride, that thing.
Yeah. Like Karen said, if you're not on the ship, it goes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like I said, it's
Don't want to be stranded.
I think Vigo is Spain, Porto is Portugal,
Yeah.
And Lisbon is Portugal,
yeah.
And then Cherbourg is Northern France.
Northern France, yeah, Cherbourg is
yeah. But yeah, so what we're planning to do is we're not going to do any of the excursions, because most of the excursions that I've looked at are all like wine tasting and stuff, and that's not for us. We're not interested in wine tasting.
No.
So we'll just get off the ship and explore around the port and go a little bit further inland.
Yeah.
And just explore all around that kind of area. Without going out too far, kind of thing.
Yeah. Oh, that's good. That's excellent. That's excellent.
How are you doing?
And then if we can do some other things as well throughout the year, like we're looking at maybe getting to Liseberg, is it?
Gothenburg and Liseberg.
Yeah.
Liseberg,
we're looking at maybe getting to there, but it very much depends on what our finances are and stuff.
It's very expensive to go over to Europe. It's it's not just getting it's not just getting into the parks, it's getting there and staying in places.
The whole planning.
I mean, like Sam was saying, obviously it's only £26 to get into Phantasialand, but it's getting there. And
absolutely,
it's not. I mean, it's not as easy as for some people than it is for other people. Some people were in different positions to other people.
Was it 2000 in 2020? Yeah.
Yeah, 2020.
In 2020, we had booked to do Efteling, and it was going to cost us 500 for us to stop at the hotel for 3 or 4 nights. and then it was about £250 between the two of us, I think it was, for our flight. So the most
Right.
expensive thing was the flight,
Yeah.
and the flights were, we had to go from Birmingham to Amsterdam and then get a transfer to Ivanhoe,
Yeah.
Eindhoven, because that was the closest airport. And we
Yeah.
didn't click on at the time that we would have been better off just getting off in Amsterdam and getting a train from there, maybe.
Mm. Yeah.
But then obviously, you know, the silly thing happened.
Yeah.
We moved the trip back, but then we had to cancel it completely
Oh.
because it was just unfeasible. It was just
Yeah.
unfeasible at the time. And that money actually went on our trips to Alton Towers and everything last year, didn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So now we've got to save again.
Yeah.
But instead, what we've done is we've got the cruise instead. So
Right.
you know.
I mean,
Yeah.
yeah, because I mean, when you go over to like the park, the parks over there, it is all about getting over there, and then because you can't, but you've got to be able to obviously afford the parks for one thing, getting in the parks,
Yeah.
and then obviously traveling between them and stuff like that as well. Once you're over there, I suppose you could go to do them, but then you've got to stay in a place to cover them, and you've got to stay in hotels, and you've got to find that the cheapest hotels to stay in, and not on site and stuff like that. I mean, Efteling's right reasonable, I suppose, but then you can stay outside of Efteling and travel into it. But obviously, you get different perks when you stay in different places. So
Yeah.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Yeah. I
mean,
mean,
yeah,
for us, it would have been nice to have stayed on site and done it, but it's just one of them things at the moment.
well, Sam's saying that he's doing Phantasialand, Wallaby Holland, and Popsyland,
Yeah.
and it's costing him £600.
Yeah.
How's he doing that? I've got him coming in on Friday, so I'm going to find out how he's doing that. I've got him coming in on Friday, so I'm going to quiz Sam as well, because he's like the fat of all those when it comes to Europe, well, most of the world anyway. The problem is Sam. I find Sam. Sorry to talk about you, Sam, but he's like the one that you can actually go and speak to. Some of these big people like Sean and obviously Jack, they talk on their stuff, but you can't really talk to them directly. Where Sam's been there, done it, and he talks to you. He actually responds to your messages.
Yeah.
So so it's. I know they're big. I know Jack and Sean are big. I met him on that day when I did that challenge at Nemesis. That was on on Roller Coaster Day, and he was at Alton Towers, and he talked to me for about 2 minutes.
2
minutes.
Actually, I think I was there as well during last year Roller Coaster Day.
What, Alton Towers?
I'd say I met up with Ben and Holly
Right.
from Ben and Holly's Theme Park Adventures.
Did you see Sam?
I didn't. I knew he was there, but we didn't actually hook up.
Well, Sam. Funny enough, I was leaving the station, and Sam was standing at the gates, he was at the cattle pen gates, like actually the loading gates. He was standing at the loading gates as I left the station.
Yeah, I think you mentioned that.
That's one of the things with Alton Towers, though. It's so big, it's very easy to lose people. You can't keep up with people and stuff.
No,
it's extremely hard
unless you got numbers.
I mean, lucky enough. I mean, we're going on the 18th, and obviously we're all going to be together. We're not going to. I don't think we're going to leave each other, so it'd be quite good. We probably take over most trains when we go on them, because there've been so many of them.
That's if you get on any.
That's
very
true.
Busy.
Yeah, it's going to be very busy. Obviously, because when you so are you going to go to Lisburg, or are you not going to Lisburg then?
Sorry.
Are you going to Lisburg, or are you not going to go?
Ooh. Don't know.
No, you said you were going. So you're doing Lisburg instead. You're doing the cruise instead of
Yeah,
Lisburg.
Oh,
we have got tickets for Leesburg with what was formerly Pleasure Beach Experience event, obviously with the new name change. But like Colin said, we've got to look at obviously flights and accommodation.
Mm,
If can do it,
yeah.
then yeah, we'll do it.
Because that obviously because the ride there is one of the rides there is like Icon, but it's
Helix?
on steroids. Helix,
I
yeah.
wonder if that's Helix, yeah.
It's Helix. It's like Icon on steroids. It's like it's because
know
it's on
that.
it's on the side of a hill. So Helix, it's on the side of a hill. So it does the
Yeah.
same. I don't know if it does the same track as Icon, but it's a pretty cool Icon. I mean, when I went on Icon last season, it was amazing. And but
Yeah.
Blackpool in general, the Pleasure Beach is a nice place to go.
The Leesburg trip is in Pleasure Beach Experience guys have booked a trip for
I think it's
the first week of June is when the big trip should be. So it very much depends on what money we can get together and everything after our cruise as to whether or not we'll go. But the tickets for Leesburg themselves
we've got
haven't really cost us anything. So if
Right.
if we can't go, we haven't really lost any money on the actual ticket.
Well, that's all right. That's good
Yeah.
then. At least you're not losing any money if you're not going. That's the main thing. Isn't it?
Yeah, that's what we looked at it. It's really just sorting the flight and accommodation. We've made cursory look. I've looked a little bit online, but at the moment we're not too certain. It depends on what money we've got after our cruise and stuff, really. If we can't do it, we can't do it. But it's something as well if we're going to try and do.
Yeah.
Warren's saying
we'll try and do something else instead, maybe.
Yeah, Warren's saying that Leesburg's quite expensive. So he's saying it's quite an expensive place to go in general. So, but he's saying that Efteling's cheaper.
Yeah.
Right? Obviously, Efteling's in Holland, so
yeah.
And you've got obviously the closest park is probably in Europe is probably Popsyland because it's right. It's in Belgium. Literally, it's like half an hour away from Calais. So it's quite close to that. But I do want to do European parks, but I find that I need to do the UK ones first.
I've only did the one European so far last year. That was Kato. Well, obviously Emerald Park now. So
yeah.
David did that by himself. I didn't go with him.
Yeah.
We haven't done that. We're in the same kind of boat as far as the UK parks are concerned. We've only done Blackpool, Fort, Chessington, and Poulton. And Drayton Manor. So we've only done like the 5 parks in the UK at the moment. If we're able to travel to some places, because even just stopping in the UK is quite expensive depending on where you're going, because you've got to get coaches or trains and stuff.
Yeah.
So it very much depends. So I know we want to try and get to Skegness at some point.
That's amazing there. That's an amazing place to go.
Yeah,
we loved it. I absolutely loved it there. I loved it.
You want to get to Flamingo Land at some
Flamingo
point.
Land.
There's loads of stuff in the UK that we'd like to do. It's just a case of figuring out how to get there and stuff.
Well, Jodie likes animals. Obviously, Flamingo Land's got a massive zoo.
Yeah.
And also down the road, there's Yorkshire. Well, it's not down the road; it's a bit further down. But going towards it, you've got Yorkshire Safari Park, Wildlife Park, which has got like polar bears and stuff, which I've mentioned before.
Yeah. I mean, I quite like animals, and I'm quite happy to go to like Dudley Zoo and other places.
Yeah.
Well, I've always said to Jodie, if we ever go to Drayton, then obviously you've
Yeah,
got.
there's
If,
the
if you
zoo,
want to
yeah.
leave me with the coasters, then she can go in the zoo.
Yeah.
I'd like to see the zoo as well, though. Obviously, I know the zoo there's massive at Drayton, so
Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah,
yeah,
it's not too bad.
yeah. But I just thought that obviously, you know, to do the parks in the UK is probably like, because there is a number of parks that in the UK that've got other things as well, theming and stuff like that. You know, obviously
Yeah.
Europe's where, you know, obviously you go into the States and then you got Europe. So Europe's obviously quite big at the minute,
Yeah.
obviously. So yeah, but
Yeah, I mean the other thing that we're hoping to do in a couple of years, we've been invited to Australia by
wow.
our family. We've
Yeah.
got family that live in Australia.
Oh wow, that's excellent.
So if we're able to do it, we're hoping to do that. I think we're looking at maybe 2025, but we're not certain at the moment.
Right.
But it's something that we could be doing. Is going there for a couple of weeks, and again that'll be another trip of a lifetime
Yeah.
if we manage to do it and everything.
Yeah.
Yeah,
it'll
I
just
mean
be-
that's an amazing trip to do. You know, Australia's, you know,
Other side of the world.
yeah, it's literally
Lunar
up the
Park.
world. Yeah,
Lunar
literally
Park,
up the
isn't
Yeah,
it?
they've been on about that a little bit. I think my mum's, I think Auntie Jan's been on about it, maybe going with the cousins or something.
Yeah,
But yeah, it's just
it's a nice place of the world, nice part of the world.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
just again, it's just something different. We're just, what I would like for us to be able to do this year and going forward is just try and do as many different things as we can,
Yeah.
depending. And it doesn't all have to be theme park based and everything. So
Hence the cruise.
yeah,
Yeah.
certainly for me, it doesn't have to be theme park based.
Mm.
I mean, when we do go to theme parks, I will try to get on the family rides, the family roller coasters and stuff. But I can never promise. It very much depends on how I'm feeling on the day and what my nerves and stuff are like.
Yeah,
Um,
that's the same as everyone, I guess. Certain people have issues with them.
yeah,
I mean, you've got. I mean, they're also saying about Adventure Island, which is in Southend.
Yeah, yeah.
You know, that's got Rage, which is like
Yeah.
obviously a bit like
Saw the ride, yeah.
Saw the Ride, yeah.
Yeah,
Well, I mean, it's like
sorry,
the third. I think it's like the third biggest drop like that. So the first one is in Flamingo Land, and then you've got Saw, and then that one, and they're like the third. It's like the third biggest in the UK, like that, like the 120-degree drop. And it's over quite quick, that ride as well. It's not very long, but you've got loads of flat rides, but a lot of spinning rides there, and there's you know, different, like there's like all different other things. There's a ghost train there, and there's other small rides. There's Adventureville, and there's Time Machine, and there's swings, and you know, there's small kids there's a family coasters there as well. It's quite cheap to get in there. It's like £20 wristband, and it's a wristband. It's wristband like our Drayton, Blackpool used to be. So you don't have to pay to go in there. You only have to pay if you want to ride the rides.
Yeah.
Which is only like £20. It's £20 a day. That's it.
Wow.
And a season ticket there's £50.
Wow.
Yeah, for the whole year.
If you go there 3 days, then you've made it.
Well, Southend's pretty nice anyway. I mean, there's loads of stuff on the front. There's all amusements down there. You've got the pier to walk along the pier. There's like a mile-long pier. It's the longest in the UK. I mean, my nan lives round the corner from there. Literally, it's round the corner from my nan.
Wow.
So my nan lives down there, so I'm down there quite a lot.
Anyway.
Yeah, it's a good park. It's a good park as well.
Hang on. The cat's being awkward.
Come here, cat.
Oh, right, sorry.
Come here.
Yeah,
That's all right.
we've never been, so yeah, I think
No,
at
it's
some
somewhere
point
we've
we
never
would
been.
on the go.
Yeah, I mean, we have to. I mean, sounds like that. Sounds like that. James and that want to meet up at Drayton at some point.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He likes the way I say Southend. That's because
Southend.
I'm from East London. That's why I say it like that. Because I'm originally from London, so that's why I say Southend like that, because I'm from London. So when I talk about Essex, is on London's doorstep.
Yeah.
So because I say Southend, that's why I say it like that. So yeah, because obviously you guys are from Walsall, so you've got Birmingham accents, haven't you? So
Yeah.
are you in the? So Walsall, is that Black Country or is that not? Is that
It's
Black
not too far from Dudley.
No, Walsall is technically the Black Country. Part of
It
the
is Black Country.
It's
So
just
would you
literally
consider
down
you've
the
got
road
Black
from
Country?
Dudley.
Have you got Black Country accents then, or have you got
No.
Birmingham accents?
No, because we're not.
We just live there.
We live in Walsall.
Yeah.
David is originally from Erdington, is it?
No, Marston Green.
Marston Green.
Marston Green.
So that's Birmingham. That's Birmingham way.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
possibly.
Yeah, and I'm originally from Norton Keynes, which is Cannock.
Right.
So it's a little bit different. Norton was a mining town, but it's not. I don't think it's classed as being part of the Black Country because it's part of Staffordshire. So it's a bit funny, really.
Right.
But it's one of them. It all kind of goes a bit. I would say, well, I wouldn't class that we've got a Black Country accent or anything.
No, I was just
But I
asking
would
in
also
general.
say that
I don't know the difference.
It's kind of
To be honest,
like
I've never really
mishmash.
Yeah, I've never really sounded. No, I don't really know the difference. I mean, I've not really heard the difference. I've heard different accents in Birmingham, but I've not really, know which one's what.
No, I don't know which one's what. I mean, I've heard people say as apparently I'm a yammy or something, whatever that means, but I don't know.
Yam.
Right.
Yeah, yam.
Yam. Yeah. Yeah, I've heard that as well, because I was watching, because obviously my sister, Megan, she's my youngest sister. She likes the Peaky Blinders. She watched like the whole series. And obviously she liked the accent, and she listened to it all the time. And when I sound like I was down from up there, she was like, "Wow, you live near Birmingham?" I said, "Yeah."
Well,
It's
that's
only
like Black Country Living Museum. We still haven't actually
that's Dudley, isn't it?
vlogged around there yet.
We haven't done much with
That's
it,
Dudley, isn't it? Well, Dudley Zoo's where the castle's in Dudley Zoo, isn't it? And There's rides at Dudley Zoo as well. I think there's rides at Dudley Zoo.
There is a coaster. I think it's like a wacky worm, but
yeah, it's a wacky
I didn't
worm.
actually went on it.
Right.
Also, really.
Did you go on it or not?
No, unfortunately not.
Was
I
it
think
what
it
sort
was
of?
closed last time we went. It was closed.
Oh, right. What sort of ride was it? What sort of ride was it?
It's just a wacky worm.
Yeah, standard like
Just a
wacky worm coaster.
Yeah.
Oh, right. Okay. Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I've been past there loads of times, because I've been to the shopping centre there before.
Merry Hill.
Merry Hill. That's it, Merry Hill. Yeah. Yeah. I was there at Christmas and stuff, like doing shopping. So, yeah.
We haven't been up there in donkeys.
No, we haven't been up there for quite a while. It's a 2-hour bus journey for us.
Yeah, because you're on the other side, aren't you? You're on the other side from that. Like the other side of Birmingham.
We are, yeah.
Yeah, it's a 2-hour bus journey on the number 4, on the 4M.
Wow.
The last time we went up there, they got a travelling fair on one of the car parks. Yeah. So that was one of the last times that we went.
Yeah.
I
did put
Yeah, you did footage. You went on that crazy that crazy ride that spins you upside down and up and sideways and God knows what other ways.
I can't.
Right.
It
so
spins and then it does that as well and stuff.
Yeah.
It's like a big,
I'm just going to ask people if they want to ask any questions for you guys now. Sorry, because we've been on for an hour now.
Yeah.
I'm sorry about that. Sorry it's so late, and I know you've just finished work day, but you've got 2 days off now. You got 2 days off now, haven't you? So
yes, I've got 2 days off, but we are doing stuff tomorrow.
All right, yeah. So I won't keep you much longer, but I just want to ask anybody if they want to ask any questions.
Any
So
questions?
can you see Sam's one? Do you
Yeah,
like?
it says,
Do you like?
who's your favourite Avenger?
Right, James asked me this. Not technically an Avenger. Dr. Stephen Strange.
Strange.
Love,
Okay.
yeah,
Yeah,
Dr.
Strange is cool.
Stephen Strange.
Strange is cool. I like Strange. I've got a
At
Strange
least he's
t-shirt.
He's in Infinity War and Endgame, but yeah.
at least he's in Marvel.
And you've seen
Yeah.
have you seen the latest Spider-Man film?
No, I don't think we have yet.
The one with
No,
Doctor
we've
Strange
seen
in.
Homecoming. We've seen
The one with
Homecoming.
one with
Far
the three of
From
them.
Home.
Yeah, Far From Home. I've seen it anyway. So I've seen
The new
it.
one.
Yeah, I've seen it. We've got we've had access to Disney Plus and stuff, so we have seen
I
something.
don't think we have it now.
No, we haven't got it at the moment, but we do it occasionally.
So Darren's asked, "What's your favourite dark ride?"
Mine, Hex.
Yeah. Hex.
Yeah,
Okay.
Hex.
Yeah, mine always used to be the Haunting at Drayton Manor, but recently, when we've been and done it recently, they stopped and started it a few times, asking everyone if they're okay to continue, and that kind of spoiled it for me.
Right.
So because of that, Hex has gone up above it, because once you start Hex, they don't stop it.
Oh yeah, of course, yeah. I mean, I've been on Hex. Hex is my sister didn't like Hex when she went there. I mean, I think she's only been to Alton Towers once, my little sister, and she didn't like the whole. I think the tree scared her. No, the tree in the middle.
Yeah.
Wow.
It scared her. And I said, "Did you know that the tree actually exists? It's outside Alton Towers.
We haven't been down there yet.
It's outside the grounds of Alton Towers. There's actually a place called the Chain Tree, which is a B&B, which is really cheap, by the way. Have you seen how much the prices in that place are really cheap?
No, not yet.
But they've got like lodges and stuff.
We stopped at Meadows Way, didn't we?
All right.
This was before I started my channel. Obviously, we have stopped at Splash Landings.
Splash Landings.
Yeah. That was like last time we stopped at. No, correction. Like last year we stopped in like.
Yeah, I told you Meadows Way.
Yeah.
Meadows Way.
Yeah, we stopped We
Yeah.
stopped at Meadows Way. We stopped at the Ivy House, and we stopped at Towers itself.
Yeah.
Them are the places that we stopped in the area.
Yeah.
I doubt we've never been to Disney. I would love to go to Disney.
Yeah.
Tower of Terror at Disney is a possible dark ride, is a possible drop tower that I might be able to do because of the theming.
Yeah.
But when it comes to drop towers in themselves, no, I just look at them and I go giddy.
Yeah.
But because I'm aware of the theming that comes with Disney, I think I'm more likely to go on the bigger rides and stuff because of the theming.
Yeah.
So there's more potential kind of thing. But again, it's one of them things.
So James, you said Batman or Superman? Like last week.
Batman or Superman? I don't know. Superman, maybe. Or Batman.
Superman.
Batman's got the gadgets.
Yeah, Batman's got the gadgets.
He's got all the money. He's like Iron Man.
Oh,
he's like Iron Man of DC, isn't he? He's like Iron Man of DC.
Yeah, then that's completely different heroes, different groups.
Yeah. DC and Well, they're asking you where were the first place you're going if you won the lottery, and that's to the both of you from Sam.
Oh, I would like to go up to Canada's Wonderland, but I don't know.
Canada's Wonderland.
You know what I would really like to go to Japan.
Yeah, that's a great shout. Probably Tokyo Disney Sea.
Yeah, I would love to go to Japan.
That would be amazing.
You have to meet up with one of
those once in a lifetime places kind of thing.
Yeah, one of the girls from the community that she lives there, doesn't she?
Yeah.
She lives in Hong Kong.
Already connected, yeah.
That looks that some of the things from there look amazing.
Yeah, God, I
I think
totally agree.
I'm not sure which one's got the Beauty in which park in Asia has got the Beauty and the Beast ride. Have you seen that? The one where you go on the cup, you sit in the cups and you go around in the cups. And you go in the ballroom, you go around the ballroom you sit in like cups, like as in like Chips cup. You sit in that and you go round and it goes through the ballroom and they're in the middle. I think Belle and the Beast are in the middle.
Yeah.
It's quite good.
Yeah.
Wow. Very nice.
Yeah, that sounds cool.
So Sam's asked, what's your favourite coaster you've ridden?
Mine.
Yeah.
Currently, it's Soar the Ride, only because I just like the style of like Gerstlauer Eurofighter.
Yeah.
I think it's like after the vertical lift on coming back on itself.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. For me at the moment, I went on Vampire for the first time.
Oh wow.
And I really enjoyed that. So that's my number one at the moment. It used to be the Buffalo, but now it's Vampire.
So when did you go on Vampire?
2021 was the first time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, so
Yeah,
you went on.
We went to. Sorry, I was talking over each other. We went to Thorpe Park and Chessington for the first time in 2021, and we spent 2 days at each kind of thing, and stopping at Churchley in the area.
Yeah.
And I wasn't. When we went to Chessington, I managed to do all of the rides at Chessington, all of the roller coasters.
Oh,
yeah.
And I will admit that I was a bit. I think at one point with Vampire, I almost got off, or I almost didn't go on because we were waiting a little bit too long.
Right.
But once I was in and I was down, and we set off, I was actually fine. Once we'd gone up the first lift hill, I was actually fine, and I got used to it. And then I was actually giggling and laughing going round.
That's good. That's good.
So that's brilliant.
I find that Vampire. I find that I went on Vampire. I mean, I went in it last season, but the time before that, I used to go on when I was a kid, but I hadn't been on it for years and years. Like the last time I went on Vampire, it was the original Vampire, so it didn't have the purple seats. It had the bats seats, and your legs were enclosed, not dangling. So that was the last time I went on Vampire before last season. So
yeah, that wasn't when we met actually, Darren, last year. 2021. We only met Darren last year.
Yeah.
For the first time last year, so that was 2022.
Yeah.
It was our second trip to Thorpe that we met Darren.
Well, we came back to Thorpe. So I've liked the distance. It wasn't too bad.
No.
So yeah.
But yeah, I managed at Chessington. I managed to go on all 4 of the coasters. The only coaster I will not be repeating is Dragon's Fury. I will not be repeating that because I felt as if I was going to fall out of it all the way around.
Right.
I was holding off the grim death, and I just felt like I was going to fall out.
Right.
So that's one as I won't be going back on.
I mean, I've never been on Dragon's Fury, but
it's like Spinball Wizard, but
is it a lot rattly than Spinball Wizard?
It's hard to say, really. Like Colin said, we went on Dragon's Fury back in 2021. We didn't do it last year, or I didn't bother doing it.
Well, when we went last year, when we met up with Darren and them, we went to Chessington on the Sunday and it was too packed. So we came back again.
Yeah.
We came back and went to Thorpe instead because it was just too busy. I think I only did Scorpion Express that day and Vampire because we were waiting.
Vampire was 75
minutes of Vampire. That was almost too long for me.
Yeah.
Because that's one of the things with me is if I'm in a queue for too long, I'm more likely to walk out of it kind of thing. Even when it's a ride that I really enjoy. So
bye Darren. Sorry.
Bye,
you later,
Darren.
Darren.
Bye,
Sorry.
That's right. It's too late for him, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, it's the rides are sort of sometimes the parks can be different, like can't they? Like you can have.
Yeah.
I think one day we was at Thorpe and that was really busy,
Mm.
and we went and the same day, half of the day we went to Chesington and Chesington was dead.
Yeah.
It's strange, isn't it?
Yeah. But yeah, I mean, I got on all the roller coasters okay. Like I said, I won't do Dragon's Fury again at Chessington.
There's
No,
that
I-
one.
I mean,
that
I
you're
haven't been.
interested in, see.
I'm looking forward to maybe try and do that if we go.
Mantra Mayhem.
Yeah, I'll try and do that if and when we go again, but we'll see.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. I just have. Yeah, I was. Yeah, because I mean, I've got to try and see whether it's okay to, you know, to go on it because I haven't. Well, every time I've been there, it's either been really long, the wait's been really long, or it's been broke. Like every time I've been there, like it's been like one time I said I'll go back. A couple of times we've been, and I'll go back, and it's 100. Like it was 120 minutes at one point, and I was like, okay, I'll leave it till later, and then next time I go past it, it's broke. So
yeah,
I was like, I didn't really want to like go on it. And a couple of times it's been like that, and I've been like, no, I'll just leave it. The queues can be big, can be long. Most parks, you know, like most parks there's not really any interactive stuff in the queue lines either.
Yeah.
They try to. I mean, I know
we like to try and go during the week if we
Yeah.
can, depending on where we're going.
Yeah,
Because generally the queues aren't as bad during the week.
yeah,
I think that's what we did the Tuesday and the Wednesday. It was more or less walk on
Yeah,
rides.
yeah, definitely for me. The less time I've got to stand in the queue is better for me. So we definitely like to go when it's less busy.
Yeah. It's not. Yeah, it's been quite. It was like the rides do get, you know, different. Like they do get a lot more. Like some parts of the day they're better than others. You know,
Yeah.
like if you go to certain parts of the parks earlier, go to the back or something, you know, do them first and work your way forward. Everybody seems to go. It's like when you go to Alton, like if you go to the back of the park and do like sort of, you know, sort of like Nemesis. Well, Nemesis is open and Galactica and get all them done and work your way forward instead of going on the Smiley and Wicker Man because everybody goes there first. You know, it's the same with like Thorpe Park, and you go to the back, go to like Saw and you know, Colossus, and you know, and Samurai, and obviously obviously Nemesis Inferno and stuff, and work your way forward. Yeah, so yeah, it's been what is it, an hour and a half now? Sorry.
Yeah, it
Sorry,
has.
it's been an hour and a half. I try to keep it an hour, but once you get talking, it's kind of hard to. Once you get in the flow, it starts. You're sort of nervous, and then by the end of the thing, you can't stop talking.
It's all right. Yeah.
Yeah, it's one of those.
We were traveling earlier.
Yeah, I mean, so we'll have to at some point we'll have to like meet up and maybe go to Drayton, as you said, like, you know, have a drink, maybe go with like Coastal Chicken. He's saying like he's going to go.
Yeah.
Maybe Sam if he can make it. You know, because I've never been to Drayton Manor, so I said to obviously James or Sam like to show me around and take me and you know, because I've never been. The Shockwave, yeah. I've never been up on never been on a stand-up coaster before, so that'd be quite different. I want to go on Loki as well because that looks amazing.
That is a good ride. I enjoyed that. Yeah.
Yeah.
And that'd be nice.
Yeah, I'm still looking at that. I don't know if I will or won't, but I'm still
Yeah,
looking.
because it's pretty much, it spins quite a lot, doesn't it? And it sort of
It's
twists.
it's unusual, but yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's not really the spinning for me. It's the heights and stuff that get me. So
Yeah.
it's one of them.
Excellent. Right. Okay. Well, thanks, guys, for joining us
Yeah.
Yep.
today. And hopefully we'll see you around the park somewhere. I don't know where.
Hopefully.
Somewhere.
Yeah.
We'll have to catch up in the background and stuff. And we'll catch up and obviously be on each other's blogs and stuff like that. Like we're going to do at Alton Towers. Obviously, you're going to be at Blackpool and we're going to be at Alton Towers. So, but hopefully we'll be able to meet up at some point. Right. Thanks very much.
Yeah.
And I'll see you guys later on.
Yeah.
Bye.
Right, it's buffering at the moment, but yeah.
Hi guys. So that was Kaz and David from Kaz to Crafts and Dave's Adventures. Obviously, Dave's going to be at Blackpool, and we're going to be at Alton Towers on opening day. Thanks very much for joining us and listening to me talk and listening to everybody talk together and stuff like that. It's been really cool. Don't forget to like and subscribe and check out the channel, everything else like that. And also don't forget to nice ears behind you. Yes, yeah, they're Jodie's ears. They're from Disneyland Paris. They're the gold ones. I'll quickly grab them for you if you want to see them. Yeah, they're Jodie's ones. They're from Disneyland Paris. So there's a bag. There's a Loungefly bag similar to that. That Jodie loves Disney. Obviously, massive Disney fan. Me too. So thanks for joining anyway. We'll see you all. Thanks for everybody listening. Obviously, yeah, as I said, on Friday I have Sam from Coaster Tog. Can't wait to get him in and talk about all things photographs and talking about drones, because he's been doing loads of drones over Alton at the minute. Obviously, keeping in with Merlin's guides about flying drones and stuff, and obviously keeping inside that. Also, all these photographs, all these European trips, these America trips. I'm going to talk to him all about that, which I can't wait for. Obviously, yeah, keep up watching. Obviously, don't forget to click and subscribe. We are, we've got a good family of friends in the community now. So come and click and subscribe. Come and see us all. If you catch us at Alton Towers on the 18th, please come and tap us on the shoulder and say hello. We'll all be there. Thanks everybody for your support. Sorry, it's been an hour and 28 minutes. Aisin, thank you, Thompson Light. Thank you very much for that, for watching. I'm so glad that people like the live stream. I'm so cool about that. Yeah, just keep watching. As we said, we've got brilliant people. And the week after that, we've got James from Coaster Chicken as well. And there's going to be a bit of a twist on that one on the 17th. Anybody else who wants to join, please comment. Please send me a message on Instagram if you want to join, and I'll set it up. All you have to do is just send me or if you just send me one of your icons from your channel and everything, so I can add it to the thumbnail. And just follow us. And thanks very much for joining. And I'll see you next time. Thanks for joining Rand's Adventures. Bye for now.